Marcos, tayo sa Pascal?
Talaga ba? On-site?
Oo! Kailangan natin mag-review.
Eh wala akong notes.
Ako din!
Nahihirapan pa naman ako sa mga exponent.
Mag-search ka ng video tutorial ba?
Mag-search ka ako ng YouTube tutorial.
Search mo nga, dali.
Meron akong kaibigan pagharap ko sa mundo.
Pagsagot sa tanong, ilan, ano, alin, paano,
Matang katulong
sa ating pagsulong,
paglikha't pag-unawa ng hiwaga. Minsan ang math mahirap at seryoso, nakakatakot, nakakalito. Buti na lang may kasama pa tayo, sipag, tiyaga, isip at talino. Magtanong, mag-isip, huwag matakot magkamali. Magtanong, mag-isip, ang mahirap ay dadali. Magtanong, mag-isip, ang matyaga matutunan. Magtanong, mag-isip, hey! Sabay-sabay tayo. Kaya mo, kaya ko, matutunan ng math. Kaya mo, kaya ko, mag-usap, magsikap, isip plus tiyaga equals madali.
Oh, hi girls, it's me, Ate Kim. And I am here to teach you the derivative rule. But first, we need to tackle a derivative of a constant rule, which is the first rule. And this is the formula, where c is always constant to 0. So let's try this example. So this is the first example. 3x equals negative 24 is equal to 0 because it has no x variable. And it is constant, right? So now, let's go to the second example. The f of x equals 74. That will equal to 0. Why 0? Because it has no x variable. Because it's constant. Remember, we are talking about the constant derivative rule. Oh, let's look for the third example. Y equals square root of 31. Oh, don't you worry because it's just a radical sign. But it has still a constant number inside the radical sign, which is 31. That will equal to 0. Sounds easy, right?
The formula of a power rule is if f of x is equals to x raised to n, then f prime of x is equals to nx raised to n minus 1. Whenever we solve using the power rule, the n in our exponent will put it in front beside x, then after we'll minus n to 1. For example, f of x is equals to x raised to 5. So our n is 5. We'll put 5 beside x, then after we will minus 1 in our exponent. Then our answer will be f prime of x is equals to 5x raised to 4. Another, f of x is equals to x raised to negative 2. Following our formula, our answer will be negative 2x raised to negative 3. Last example, f of x is equals to x raised to 4. We put 4 beside the x, then we subtract 1 from 4, which will give us 4x raised to 3.
Wait, meron pa tayo isang rule. Ano ito ang derivative of a constant multiple rule. Ito ay para lang power rule, ngunit meron ng kasamang constant. Pero paano ba natin ito isa-solve? Ganito lamang yan. Ipumultiply natin ang constant at ang exponent, sabay kokopyahin ng variable at maminus ng isa ang ating exponent. Halimbawa, 5x raised to 3. Paano natin gagawin ito? Ipagmumultiply natin ang 5 na constant at ang 3 na exponent. Ngayon, ano ang sagot? Tama! 15. Ngayon, kopyahin ang variable na x, sabay bawasan ng isa ang 3. Ano ang sagot? Tama! 2. So, ang ating final answer ay 15x raised to 2. Correct! Isa pang halimbawa, negative 2x raised to 4. Una natin gagawin, pag-multiply natin ang negative 2 at ang 4. Ang sagot, negative 8. Kopyahin ang variable ng x, sabay minus ng isa ang 4. At ang sagot, tama, 3. Ating final answer, negative 8x raised to 3. Hala! Paano na yan? Fraction na ang example. Wait, huwag kabahan, madali lamang yan. Ang natin gagawin ay ang negative 5 ay lalagyan natin ng 1 sa ilalim para ito ay maging fraction. Ngayon, ipag-multiply natin ang numerator at ang denominator. Ang sagot, 5 over 3. Tama. Sabay kakopyahin ulit ang x at maminus na ng isa ang ating exponent. So, negative 5 minus 1. Correct. Negative 6. Final answer, 5 over 3, x, negative 6.
Oh, nagbabalik na uli si Ate Kim. Pero ngayong part, ibang derivative rule na ang aking ituturo. At ito ang tinatawag natin derivative of a sum. Yung mga formula, you all have to do is to find the derivative. Pero naalala nyo pa ba kung paano kumuha ng derivative? So, ganito lang yan. Kailangan mong i-multiply yung leading coefficient doon sa exponent and i-minus 1 mo yung exponent. For example, meron tayong given na 4x raised to 3. So, 4 is yung leading coefficient natin. And yung 3 is yung exponent natin. So, yung 4 times 3 will give us 12. and i-minus natin yung 3 sa 1 will give us 2. So, magiging final answer ng derivative ng 4x cubed is 12 squared. Yun, ayun pala yung first example natin na 2x raised to 6 plus 5x cubed plus 7x squared. So kung makikita nyo, meron tayong tatlong term. At ito ang 2x raised to 6 plus 5x raised to 3 plus 7x squared. Pero bago natin yan masagutan, kailangan muna natin makuha yung derivatives natin. So naalala nyo ulit kung paano natin isolve kanina? Kailangan mong i-multiply ang exponent doon sa leading coefficient and minus 1 para doon sa exponent. So ngayon, ay apply na natin siya sa ating given. So ang given natin is yung 2x raised to 6. So ang derivative nito will give us 12x raised to 5. At ang derivative naman ng second term natin na 5x cubed will give us 15x raised to 2. At ang derivative naman ng third term natin na 7x will give us 14x. So for the final answer will give us 12x raised to 5 plus 15x raised to 2 plus 14x. So ngayon, pumunta na tayo sa second example na x raised to 8 minus 5x raised to 4 minus x. So kailangan muna natin i-apply kung paano kumuha ng derivative na ita-times ang exponent doon sa leading coefficient and minus 1, diba? So pumunta na tayo sa first term ng x raised to 8. So ang derivative nito is 8x. And ang derivative naman ng second term natin na negative 5x raised to 4 will give us 20x raised to 3. And ang derivative naman ng ating third term na negative x will give us negative 1. So for the final answer will be 8x minus 20x cubed minus 1. So ngayon, nasa last part na tayo ng ating example. At ito ay 5x raised to 5 minus 4x raised to 3 plus 2x minus 4. So makikita nyo, meron tayong 4 terms. Pero isa-isa yan, kukuhain natin yung derivative. So ano uli kung paano kumuha ng derivative? Ita times yung leading coefficient at yung exponent and yung minus 1. So, hanapin na natin yung derivative. Which term? So, ang derivative na 5x raised to 5 will give us 25x raised to 4. And ang derivative naman ng second term natin na negative 4x raised to 3 will give us negative 12x. Plus doon naman sa ating fourth term na 2x will give us 2. And sa fourth term natin na negative 4 will give us 0. Since constant siya, wala siyang katabing x. Diba? Wala siyang variable. So, napag-usapan na natin ito sa first rule na kapag constant, lagi lang itong magiging answer na 0. So, hindi na natin kailangan siya i-conclude doon sa final answer. So, the final answer will be 25x raised to 4 minus 12x squared plus 2. So, Kuya Jovich, ikaw na.
Ay, ako na ba? Okay. Ito ang formula. Okay. Alam ko mukhang mahirap yan, pero madali lang yan kung marinig ka. Okay. So, kukunin mo muna f of x tsaka g of x. Pero, bago tayo magsimula mag-solve, kailangan natin kunin ang derivative sa mga ito. Para sa unang example natin, kukunin natin ang derivative of 3x squared times a quantity 2x squared plus 1. So, ang f at g natin is ang 3x squared, tapos ang g natin is 2x squared plus 1. Kukunin natin ang derivatives na ito. So, ang f is equal to 3x squared. Ang magiging derivative niya is 6x. Tapos, ang g is 2x squared plus 1. Magiging derivative niya is 4x. Oh, ngayon, i-substitute natin sa formula na nakuha natin kanina. Makukuha natin ang 3x squared times 4x plus 6x times 2x squared plus 1. Okay, kung pinag-multiply na natin ito lahat, 12x cubed plus 12x cubed plus 6x. Kasi combine lang natin yung like term para makuha natin ang final answer na 24x cubed plus 6x. Okay, so para sa ating next example, meron tayong f of x is equal to 5x squared times 3x plus 2. So ang f at ang g natin ay ito, 5x squared tsaka 3x squared plus 2. Tapos, kukunin natin ang derivative nito para masolve na natin. So, meron tayong f prime of x is equal to 10x, tapos ang g prime of x is equal to 6x. Ngayon, pag i-plug natin sa formula natin nito kanina, meron tayong 5x squared times 6x plus 3x plus 2 times 10x. So, pag pinagsama-sama natin lahat, meron tayong 30x cubed plus 30x cubed plus 20x. So, pag kinumpay na natin ang like terms, meron tayong 60x cubed plus 20x. Okay, so, yan na. Last example na to, okay? Last one na to. So, meron tayong derivative of 4x plus 3 times 2x. So, as always, kukunin natin ang f at g natin. So, f is equal to 4x plus 3, tapos ang g natin is equal to 2x. So, ang derivative ng mga to is 4x plus 3 is equal to 4, tapos ang g natin na 2x is equal to 2. Okay, so, pag-multiply na natin yan. 4x plus 3 times 2 plus 2x times 4. So, meron tayong 8x plus 6 plus 8x. Or, kung pag-combine natin yung like terms, 8x plus 8x, 16x. So, 16x plus 6. Yan na. Last one na yan, ha? Good luck sa next one. Okay, Angeline, ikaw na.
And now, let's move on to our very last rule for today. We have the derivative of quotient. So, the formula for this rule is g of x times the derivative of f of x minus f of x times the derivative of g of x all over gx squared. So, to solve an equation using this formula, we need to find the value of our f of x and g of x. So, always remember that the value of our f of x is the same value as our numerator and the g of x is the same value of our denominator. Next, we need to find the derivative of f of x and derivative of g of x. All we need to do is use the power rule sa ating f of x and g of x. Then we have to input the value sa ating formula. After that, let's expand the given. And after expanding the given, we need to find the similar term para ma-subtract sila. And after subtracting, we will then get our answer. And now, let's move on to our first example. Here we have x squared all over x plus 1. So our f of x will be x squared, and our g of x will be x plus 1. Then, let's get the derivatives. So the derivative of f of x will be 2x, and the derivative of g of x will be 1. And now, let's apply the formula. So we will get 2x times x plus 1 minus x squared times 1 all over x plus 1 squared. Then we will need to expand the given. So 2x times x will be 2x squared, 2x times 1 will be 2x, minus x squared times 1 will be x squared. Then let's combine the similar terms before we subtract them. So bale, our similar terms is 2x squared and x squared. So bale, 2x squared minus x squared will be x squared. Then, we need to copy the positive 2x. So, our final answer will be x squared plus 2x all over x plus 1 squared. Our second example. Here we have x squared plus 3x all over x plus 1. So, we need to find our f of x and g of x first. So, our f of x will be x squared plus 3x, and our g of x will be x plus 1. So, after that, we need to find the derivative of f of x and derivative of g of x. So, the derivative of f of x will be 2x plus 3, and our derivative of g of x will be 1. And after that, now let's apply the formula. So, by applying the formula, we will then get 2x plus 3 times x plus 1 minus x squared plus 3x times 1 all over x plus 1 squared. And after that, we need to expand our numerator. So, by expanding our numerator, we will then get 2x times x is equals to 2x squared, 2x times 1 is equals to 2x, 3 times x is equals to 3x, and 3 times 1 is equals to 3. And after that, we need to combine the similar terms. And our similar terms will be 2x plus 3x. So by adding them together, we will then get 5x. And then we just need to copy the positive 3. And now let's move on to our next side of numerator, which is the x squared plus 3x times 1. So by expanding them, we will then get x squared times 1 equals to x squared. 3x times 1 is equals to 3x. Then we will get x squared plus 3x. So after that, we need to apply the value we got in our numerator. So we will then get 2x squared plus 5x plus 3 minus x squared plus 3x all over x plus 1 squared. And after that, we just need to subtract them. So, again, we need to combine the similar terms. So, 2x squared minus x squared is equals to x squared. And 5x minus 3x is equals to 2x. Then, we need to copy the positive 3 again. So, our final answer will be x squared plus 2x plus 3 all over x plus 1 squared. Now, for our last example, we have x plus 2 all over x plus 3. So our f of x would be x plus 2, and our g of x would be x plus 3. Now let's find the derivative of f of x and the derivative of g of x. So bale, our derivative f of x will equals to 1, and our derivative of g of x is equals to 1. Then let's apply the formula. So 1 times x plus 3 minus x plus 2 times 1 all over x plus 3 squared. Now let's expand the given. So 1 times x is equals to x, and 1 times 3 is equals to 3. Now we have to multiply the other x plus 2 to 1. So x plus x times 1 is equals to x, and negative 2x1 is equals to negative 2x. Now we need to combine the similar terms. So ating similar terms is yung dalawang x and yung dalawang 3 minus 1. So we will have x plus x is equals to 0, and 3 minus 2 is equals to 1. So, our final answer will be 1 all over x plus 3 squared. And, that's a wrap!
Salamat sa ating perfect girlies. Talaga namang natulungan nila tayo para maintindihan ang ating derivatives.
Same feelings! At laging tandaan, magtanong, mag-isip, at huwag kang matakot magkamali.
Tama, dahil mas papadali ang math with
Matdali!
And ano oras na ba? Oo. Alam ko oras nila para sa quiz eh. So, good luck sa quiz nyo and see you on our next video!
Bye-bye! Magtanong, mag-isip, babala, magkamali.
Ganun lang pala.
Gets ko na.
Very basic lang pala ka.
Ready na sa quiz for tomorrow.
Salamat, Matdali! Bye!
Tanong, mag-isip, huwag matakot magkamali.